What's up, everybody? Eternal God of Possibility here, back again to continue What If Asta Was Trained by Goku, Part 7. Last time we left off, Asta, Noel, and Luck were given a mission by Captain Yami directly from the Wizard King to explore this magic dungeon that was on the border of the Clover Kingdom and Diamond Kingdom. And that's it for the recap. Let's get on with the intro. Starting now. Right after they're given the mission to go to the new magic dungeon, Yami also says that he and Finral are going to the capital for a Magic Knight Captain meeting. Because of the information they got from that Asta got from that guy about these magic stones, they're informed a lot earlier about these terrorists. They don't know who they are, they don't know the name of it yet, but they know a lot sooner. So, right after Finral and Yami dropped Asta, Noel, and Luck near the new dungeon, Finral and Yami head straight to the capital. And just like in canon, when they get to the new dungeon, Luck sets up a trap and shows the layout of the dungeon by breaking the wall, showing Asta and Noel. Asta is speechless, so is Noel. But then, Asta sent some other people in the dungeon, a huge group of them, and one that splintered off. He tells Luck this, and he's excited and asks, "Is that your key sensing ability that Yami said you can do?" Asta shakes his head, yes. And he can tell that one of them, that there's two really strong guys. One of them splintered off, but the other is still in a group. Luck is excited. Then he gets suddenly senses them, and with nothing else, he runs off, leaving Asta and Noel behind. Asta yells at him for telling him to get back here, but no use. Then Asta thinks, well, if he gets in trouble, I can just use instant transmission teleport straight to him. Then he tells Noel to get behind him, pulls out his Demon Slayer sword, and every time they're about to step on a trap, Asta gets rid of it. Until they get to the plant trap, which was about to ensnare Noel. Right as Asta was about to use a small dark slash, the plant trap got cut up by multiple slashes of wind magic. Then he sends Yuno and two others. He looks back and says, "Hey, Yuno." Yuno replies with, "Hey, Asta." It could have got... Then Asta says, it could have got taken care of that, right? Shrugs it off, just like the cool level-headed guy he is. Then, same thing happens with Klaus boasting that, why are the Black Bulls here? Same thing happens, but with Asta being a little more forward. And also, right before they leave, he tells Yuno, Klaus, and Mimosa that we got enemies here, saying the Diamond Kingdom must have beat us here. Our superior went after them alone. Klaus skeptical, doesn't believe him, but then but as they leave, Yuno tells him that he's most likely right. He has ability to sense other people without magic. He can sense other people without using magic. Klaus asks him how. Yuno says he uses a type of... And people don't just have magic in them. He can pretty much sense the life energy within people. And even with this huge magic, even with the dungeon's huge magic, distorting magic sense, he can sense them without it. But as they leave, Asta senses Lux in danger and tells Noelle to grab onto him. She understands, grabs his shoulder, and he teleports, using instant transmission right in front of Lux, giving him the same speech saying, "You're not alone." The same speech as in canon, that he's not alone. He has them and the rest of the squad, breaking Luck out of his funk. Then, with his ability to with Asta's ability to sense ki, he looks straight where the smoke mage is hiding in that huge cloud of smoke, and puts his Demon Slayer sword above his head and says "Dark Slash," releasing a huge downward anti-magic slash right at the smoke mage, destroying the magic and sending him flying. Seeing that he's in trouble, he runs off. Asta and Luck. Asta doesn't really care, but then he sends Yuno and his squad mates are in danger. And Yuno's squad mates are in danger. He tells Luck and Noelle to grab onto him. Luck is curious, but he just goes along with it. He teleports to them, and just like in canon, Asta destroys the mineral sword. But after that, Asta gets out, does the same attack just like before, using a dark slash. This time, using one to take out all the taxing clones that he sees, drawing out Mars in his mineral golem form. Klaus asks, how is he able to do that? How is he able to fly and teleport here? Does he have... Noelle explains to Klaus that he uses a form of energy control called ki. He said he learned it from his master, and that our captain also knows of it, but didn't know of this extent. She also says in his the back book, or grimoire, or book holder case, or whatever they called it, the same thing that holds Asta's grimoire, he has another one behind him. He says there's a guidebook on how to obtain and use ki in it. Just like in canon, but this time even more. She also, Noel also says that since he has no magic, he has a lot of ki and he can use anti-magic. His grimoire has anti-magic, able to destroy it. Klaus is even more speechless and says, that kind of power should belong to a royal, not a commoner. But then he comes to the realization, sort of grows to respect Asta. Asta takes down Mars easier. That's when Klaus binds him and grabs his grimoire. Inspecting it, coming to the realization that he's been experimented on. But then they go to the treasure, the door to the treasure room. Asta gets out his sword and cuts it, destroying it. They both inspect, same thing happens, but Nero is leading Asta towards that same place, to that same thing, and expects that scroll, that he gets the wind spirits. Right then he gets the wind spirit itself. Asta opens up that same door. It opens up and he gets his second anti-magic sword. Right when that happens, Mars wakes up using flame magic, recovery cloak to heal himself. That's when he tries to attack Noel and Mimosa. Attack everyone. Asta comes in blinding speed, blocking all those attacks with his two anti-magic swords. Asta had enough of it, and he used Kaioken, the first one. A ×1. Well, ×2. Going at blinding speed, takes out all the attacks at once, and Mars quicker, before Yuno could use his wind spirit self, meaning that the dungeon wouldn't collapse. As he takes them out, knocks them out, destroying the golem and the recovery magic with multiple dark slashes, along with gaining a little bit of magic. But he does also do that same thing Noelle does. She somehow transferred her water magic to the Demon Dweller sword. Asta takes a note of this and also uses it to extinguish the flames. Takes them out, and yeah, so forth. Now, since the dungeon didn't collapse this time, the diamond mages sneak over and grab, as Asta and Nuno, Klaus, and Mimosa gather some treasure and put it in a carriage that Klaus was able to create. Got a good bit of cash. Then, the diamond mages, they release a spell to collapse the dungeon because they didn't want them to get out. Freaking out everyone, Asta just tells them, just leave that. We gotta get out of here because the diamond mages set off a chain reaction to collapse the dungeon. He tells everyone to grab onto him with a good bit of gold in Klaus's carriage, and they teleport out of there. Teleport to, right outside the dungeon. Okay, and same thing happens in canon. Klaus Beret says he respects Asta and Yuno. And that's it, everybody. What did y'all guys think of the What If? And tomorrow I'll release the next part as well. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, yeah, well, that's pretty much it. Bye.